Rodrigo Duterte steps off the plane at Manila International Airport, greeted by a crowd of supporters and officials, his return from China marking a momentous event. But as he walks toward the crowd, chaos breaks out. Armed operatives, posing as law enforcement, ambush the scene, quickly overpowering Duterte's security detail. Before he can resist, Duterte is forcibly dragged into a white SUV. "This is kidnapping. I'm not going anywhere," he shouts, but the operatives ignore him and speed away. His family is left behind, confused and fearful, as they are left without answers. The transfer to Villamor Air Base. The SUV races through the streets, heading toward Villamor Air Base. "Why are we going here?" Duterte demands, but the operatives remain silent. As the vehicle takes hidden routes to avoid detection, Duterte's mind races. He knows this isn't an ordinary arrest. They finally arrive at a remote hangar at Villamor, where a private jet waits, engines running. Duterte is ushered onto the plane and strapped into a seat, his situation becoming ever more dire. The jet ascends into the sky, leaving Philippine airspace behind. As he looks out, Duterte realizes this isn't just a local matter. It's a grand, international operation that could alter the course of his future. The Hague, political storm, and the secret mission. International outrage. The news of Duterte's abduction spreads across the globe. Duterte abducted at Manila Airport. Where is he? In the Philippines, massive protests erupt as Duterte supporters demand his immediate release. Sara Duterte leads the charge, accusing the Philippine government of complicity. The international community is stunned. Was this action part of a legitimate ICC operation, or was it an illegal and rogue operation carried out by foreign powers? Tensions begin to rise as the world's eyes are fixed on Duterte's fate. The covert mission. Back in the Philippines, Duterte's allies are in turmoil. Some factions demand his return, while others remain silent. Behind the scenes, a shadowy figure within the government emerges, someone complicit in Duterte's abduction as part of a larger political conspiracy with foreign backing. Duterte's legal team is hard at work, exploring every avenue to challenge his unlawful detention. Meanwhile, a covert operation begins to take shape. A group of loyalists, including military personnel, starts laying the groundwork for a dangerous mission to extract Duterte and prevent the situation from spiraling further out of control. The clock is ticking as the stakes rise high. Escalating tensions and the political struggle. The political dilemma. Duterte is now in a high-security facility in The Hague. The international community is watching closely as the political storm intensifies. His legal team claims that the actions against him violate the principles of international law. Meanwhile, Duterte releases a statement from his place of detention. "This is political theater, not justice. I will not be silenced." His message resonates with both his supporters and critics, and the legitimacy of the actions against him is questioned by politicians and world leaders alike. The political maneuvering. As Duterte's situation grows more precarious, a quiet network of international allies begins to mobilize. Information is gathered, and the political maneuvering intensifies. Duterte's loyalists across Europe engage in covert diplomacy, working behind the scenes to gain leverage. The abduction now takes on a new dimension. This isn't just about one man's capture. It's a fight for sovereignty, justice, and the integrity of global political systems. The effort to secure Duterte's release gains momentum, but every move is fraught with risk. The final showdown and reckoning. Tensions mount with the international community now fully involved. The crisis deepens. The Philippine government is under intense scrutiny, and factions within the political establishment begin to fracture. Some leaders push for Duterte's immediate return, fearing the damage caused by the scandal, while others remain resolutely silent. The situation threatens to spiral out of control as foreign powers weigh in on the legitimacy of Duterte's detention. As the tension builds, the real question becomes, who is orchestrating this larger political game, and what will be the end result? The political fallout. The Philippines faces a crisis as the truth behind Duterte's abduction begins to surface. The government is accused of being complicit in the illegal detention, and foreign interests are linked to the plot. A massive scandal breaks, with the international community demanding answers. The credibility of both the Philippine government and foreign powers is on the line, and the political fallout threatens to disrupt global diplomacy. Duterte's enemies, both local and international, now face the consequences of their actions. The battle for his legacy is far from over, and the world waits to see how it will unfold. Final scene: the uncertain future. The crisis continues to unfold as the world watches. In the Philippines, protests and political maneuvering intensify. Allies push for Duterte's immediate return, while opposing factions argue over the legal and diplomatic implications of his detention. Questions remain unanswered. How was this operation carried out? Who authorized it? And what will be the next move on the global stage? As Duterte remains in custody, the battle is far from over. His supporters demand justice, while international legal bodies weigh their next steps. The Philippines stands at a crossroads, caught between sovereignty and the forces of global law. One thing is certain: this story is far from finished, and its outcome will shape the future of Philippine politics and international diplomacy for years to come. The truth behind Duterte's abduction is still unraveling. What will happen next? Stay updated and join the conversation. Subscribe now for the latest developments in this unfolding global controversy.
Once you got it, bye. Okay, put you on the body, put that in.